Hey there, this is Dr. Hannah, and this is a birth ball mobility class. So you'll want to make sure you have an exercise ball or a birth ball that you can sit on comfortably, where your knees are about at a 90-degree angle, and your feet can rest flat. That's how you know the size of the ball is right for your body. So we're going to start by sitting on the ball, feet flat, rolling those shoulders back and down. We're going to be going through different mobility exercises to target your hips, your back, and your pelvis, all preparing for your birth, and something that you can do from the very first trimester all the way to the end of your pregnancy. So again, starting here in a nice comfortable position, place your hands on your belly, and we're going to begin with some nice deep breathing. So on your inhale breath, I want you to think about expanding your rib cage in 360-degree motions here, and breathing out. 2 more deep breaths like that. Inhale 360 degrees into your ribs, and exhale. 1 more. This time adding some engagement through your abdominal muscles. So you'll inhale, take a nice big breath. On your exhale, pull your abs tight. Imagine drawing baby to spine. Inhale, relax your belly muscles. Exhale, draw those abs in. Pull babe to spine. And continue doing that for about 3 or 4 more cycles. Starting to bring some awareness and activation to the core muscles, which is a good thing to be working on throughout your pregnancy when done safely and correctly. And 1 more time. And then relax. And place your hands on your hips or your pelvis here. And let's start with some pelvic tilts. So you're going to tilt your pelvis forward, arching that low back. You can take the feet wider if you'd like, and then tucking that tailbone under, tilting forward and tucking under. So really trying to concentrate on just the movement right around your pelvis. Starting to build some mobility through the hips, pelvic floor, and low back. Good. Now, after a few more repetitions here, we're going to start to add some pelvic circles. So I want you to circle your pelvis in a 360-degree motion, or like you're circling through a clock. Try not to get your whole upper body involved. Try to make this clock really centered at your pelvis. Good. Really trying to hit all areas on that clock, going in that full smooth circle. And go ahead and reverse, doing the other direction. Again, really concentrating your effort through the pelvis itself. Building more mobility through your back, your hips, and pelvic floor. Go ahead a couple more times in this direction. You may find going one direction is a little bit easier than the other. Good. All right. And from here, take your feet nice and wide on the ball or on the floor, the knees wide apart, feet turning out. Place your hands on the tops of your thighs, roll the shoulders back, take an inhale breath. And on your exhale, twist your right shoulder towards your left thigh. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, twist your left shoulder towards your left thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And continue this twisting movement with your own breath. Taking time to find that rotation through your spine. Or maybe hanging out just a couple extra breaths on each side if that feels good in your body. Good. 1 more time. You're always welcome to pause the video and do a few more repetitions. All right, from here, take your arms all the way up. Inhale, exhale, pull the elbows in, squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs. 5 more like that. Inhale, exhale, pull down, starting to tone the muscles in your arms and upper back. Using your breath to move. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Last one. From here, take the arms up again, and this time bring your right elbow inside of your left knee, squeeze your knee and elbow together, and take a nice big stretch, your left arm over your ear. Feel all of that nice opening through the side of your body and your rib cage. Good, coming back through center and switch sides. Left arm to the inside of your left knee, reach your right bicep over your ear, feeling that awesome stretch all the way down the side of the body. Coming through center and switching. During pregnancy, you may notice that your sides, your back start to feel a little stiff or tight, and the other side here. So feel free to use these movements anytime throughout your day, in the evening, in the morning. Last one. All right, go ahead and bring those feet back to center. You're gonna come off of the ball and come on down to your knees. Walk that ball close in towards you, and we're gonna move through a flowing child's pose to a tall kneeling position. So on your inhale, you're going to reach the ball forward, sit your hips back towards your heels, nice big stretch in your arms and your low back. Exhale, pull the ball in. Inhale, sit low. Exhale, bringing it in. And just moving at a pace that feels good for you. It might feel good to hang out in the bottom of this stretch as well. What's nice about using the ball is your belly has some space as you go down into that child's pose. Good, one more coming up and down into that child's pose. Now sit your hips back towards your heels, plant your palms on the ball, and just let the ball kind of roll right to left, opening up through each side of the body here as you do so. It should feel just like a nice therapeutic stretch here. Good. And then go ahead and roll that ball in. All right, so from this position, you're gonna take your left foot forward, bring it into a nice wide position, so a runner's lunge. Couple options, you can just hang out here with your chest and arms on the ball, or if it feels good, you can add some mobility here, taking that ball forward and bringing it in, and then to the right side of the mat and bringing it in, and then to the left. So just moving the ball in different directions, opening up through the inner thighs and the hip joint. Moving with your breath, taking your time. And then bring that ball back to center. And let's just go ahead and kind of move in some circles here. If that doesn't feel good, feel free to go back to that first movement we were doing, or just hang out in a static position, letting baby rest, hanging out in your stretch. And go ahead and switch sides. Step the right foot to the outer right edge of your yoga mat or the ball here. And just start by doing some movement forward, stretching into that right hip as well as the left hip flexors. Angling the ball to the right and angling the ball to the left. Whatever feels good to do in your body here. And then maybe adding some circles here if that feels good. Or again, just hanging out with your arms on the ball in more of that static stretch, leaving enough room for baby to hang out, resting towards the floor. All right, step that right foot back. Now, you are welcome to do two things here. One, just hang out on the ball, doing some simple rock forwards and rock backs. Or if it's accessible in your body, we're gonna come into a deep squat position. So turn your heels in, your toes out, squat on down, and you can use the ball here to hug for some extra support, either in close to you or just hold it out in front of you as you kind of just move a little bit side to side, or just hang out statically in this position. But deep squats are excellent movements to do throughout your pregnancy as they really open up through the low back, the pelvic floor, the hips. They're great to do if you're a little stiff in this position, just working on this over time. And if you're not able to get here for any reason, you can also lift your heels up with a blanket or modify, don't do this one, or sit on the ball in that nice wide-legged position that we did earlier. All right, go ahead and bring that ball forward and come on down to the knees. Our last movement here is going to be a big side body opener. So you're gonna take your right knee down to the mat and straighten out your left leg. Carefully lay the side of your body onto the ball. This hand can kind of touch the mat or the fingertips. So I'm planted through my knee and my foot. I'm gonna reach my left arm all the way up and over, big stretch, supporting my body on the ball. Feel free to just stay in that stretch or add some big circular movements through the arm, going both directions. Now, if this feels really not balanced for you, feel free to skip this movement altogether, or just continue to play with it, work on it over time. And then to come out, you're slowly gonna walk yourself up and switch to the other side. This time my left knee is down, my right leg is gonna go out straight to the side, reclining carefully over that ball, fingertips to the floor, right arm over the ear. In this case, my hand can't quite touch once I'm there, and that's okay. You're welcome to just stay statically in this stretch, or start to add some of those movements through the arm, open up into your chest and shoulder. Again, going both directions. Just be mindful of your balance here. Trying not to tip off the ball. And then slowly start to walk your way out of it and come on down to the floor. All right, so that is your birth ball mobility series. Please reach out to us if you have any questions at all. Otherwise, enjoy and thanks for watching.